Hi. Thought today we would look at some flutes that a lot of flute makers just kind of skip over and forget about. Let's look at mid-range flutes really quickly. The key that is most often recommended for a beginner is the key of A. If you want something a little bit lower, the next one that is normally recommended is in the key of G. In looking at those two keys, there is one in between, a G sharp or an A flat. So we're going to look at some of those keys that have been sometimes ignored by people. And I don't have all of them, but I've got a pretty fair selection we're going to look at. The first one, we're going to go from high to lower keys. This one is one that I made, Brent Adams custom flute. C sharp is the key, high C sharp, which is what some people would call it. The lighter portions are made from flamed maple. Darker portions are redwood, repurposed redwood, old growth, and the fetish block is made from eastern red aromatic cedar. Real pretty sound. Because of the redwood that I used in the flute body, it kind of tamed down the tone a little bit and made it a little bit mellower than it could have been. The next flute or key that we're going to look at is B flat or A sharp. This one I made from an old apple tree that grew in my backyard that my children used to play and climb in. Has a lot of meaning to me because of that. Brent Adams, kind of a semi-custom flute, and that one has kind of a mellow voice. Another B flat, this one is made by Tree of Life Designs, Ed Doherty. This is walnut, a little bit smaller bore than that first one. Real nice sounding flute, real nice. The next one also, same key, B flat, A sharp. This one is made by Dana Ross of Falcon Flutes. Flamed maple with walnut. A little brighter, a little harder wood. Now we're going to move lower, and the next key would normally be G. We're going to look at a G sharp. This is a Brent Adams outdoorsman flute made from repurposed redwood. Another G sharp made from Eastern Red Aromatic Cedar. A little bit kind of a semi-custom flute of mine. The last G sharp that I have is made from Alaskan yellow cedar. Buckeye burl, I believe, is the accents. And this has a little capped cocopelli. It's one of Johnny Lipford's old logos. This was going to be a signature flute. I don't know if this is a prototype or if a few of these were made. But I happened to get this one from Johnny Lipford. Nice little flute. Nice big flute. He's given some extra length there on the end. That was made by Dwight Lind Quiet Bear. Next flute. This is in the key of F. So we went from G sharp, skipping over G, a little bit lower, to F. This is one that, again, a lot of makers do not make. This one is made by B Native Flutes. Brian Towers is the maker up in Canada. And this is made from Yellow Heart, I believe, are the accents, and Chechen or Caribbean Rosewood is the flute body. Key of F. Real nice, smooth sounding. Has kind of a small bore. The next one is one that I made in, would be kind of a semi-custom flute. Walnut is the body of the flute, a larger bore with a block that has flame maple with a little grizzly bear totem on there. Again, key of F. And then a friend and fellow flute maker, Kenny King, made this flute from Bubinga with flamed maple. Flamed maple little howling wolf design there. Again, key of F. Kenny King flutes. Now we're going to go a little bit lower. We're going to go to E flat. Some people might call it D sharp. This is another B Native Flutes made by Brian Towers. This is ambrosia maple, a little bit of spalting in it, and I'm not certain what the accents are on this one. Beautiful flute, has a little stone inlay, cabochon stone inlay on there. E flat. Again, he makes a really smooth, very, very nice sounding flute. Now we're going to visit one from, this is again an E flat. This is one from John Norris. Nice clear sound on this one. E flat. Now, we're going to go to C sharp. This is one that I made. Getting into what I would start calling a bass type flute. This is made from cascara. Has a lot of figuring in this particular piece of cascara on the top of the flute. Has my little grizzly bear totem. And I faced him looking at me on this particular flute because I made this section so short. So it was easier to reach the finger holes, basically. C sharp. Brent Adams custom flute in C sharp, cascara walnut accents. Now one from my friend Brent Haynes. Much longer, same key, C sharp, much longer flute. The true sound hole where the sound is developed right here. If I line those up, you can see it's about three or so inches, 3 to 4 inches longer at each end. This is going to have a little bolder sound. It's a bigger, larger bore. Has huge finger holes in some cases. C sharp. And this is flamed maple. And it looks like burl on the accents there. And this has what he calls his spirit claw fetish. And the last flute I want to share with you today, made by a friend of mine named Ron Williamson. This is Western Red Cedar. I believe this is Empress wood that he used on the fetish block. Different type of cedar for the cap on this, and it's a side blow. This is a B flat, so an octave lower than these B flats. nice, soothing, mellow flute. Did a great job. Very simple design. So these are some of the flutes that I really enjoy playing, the keys that I really enjoy playing. A G sharp, kind of in between an A and a G, and it's still the way that I make mine anyway. They're pretty compact, easy to carry. They are shorter than many of the A flutes that I have, and you can put them in a backpack and take them, and they're a little lower in pitch. So this, again, this is one of my favorites. It's got a really nice tone that it's right in between an A and a G, and it's something that I find a very, very good use for in a lot of the things that I do. So I hope you enjoyed this. Give some thought to some of those keys that some people ignore. I find them very useful in expressing my music in different ways. And I hope you found this video useful. Leave some comments. What do you think about some of those missing keys? Some of them are my favorites. The G sharp, F is one that I really, really enjoy a lot. It's close to an E, it's slightly higher. Just, it has a different kind of feel. It's a key that I really, really like, and most flute makers don't make that particular key, I find. A few are. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments down there as to what do you think of these? Are these something that you have and enjoy? Are these something that you didn't know about? Are they something that you have an interest in now, possibly from our little review of some of the ones that I have? This isn't all of these particular keys, just some that I picked out that had some nice voicing, some a little bit different than others, mellower, a little clearer in some cases, kind of goes either way. So thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day.